but only your face could shine and give my house a vitamins of love. All my art and all my works is about sadness, melancholy, misery, and all the things can hurt humans.
He likes creating art about things that can hurt humans. Isn't that a red flag?
I know that there is a madness inside of me, that I show it in my poetry and in my painting.
We finally meet Debbie's 24-year-old boyfriend, Oussama. And if you thought she was a character, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I feel comfortable with cats, sometimes more than people, because cats, they are silence and they can talk in silence and they can feel you in the right way, not like people.
I understood him to be kind of like the lone wolf in his community.
Plus, I have a sneak peek of my exclusive chat with Debbie for you, where we talk about Oussama's madness, their intimacy, and she reacts to her son's heartbreaking plea for her to not leave at the airport.
He's young, Mom.
A part of me is always gonna beat myself up.
Make sure you subscribe to ET's YouTube channel so you can catch the full interview when it drops. People compare you to Angela, another 90 Day cast member, but how do you feel about those comparisons?
I have much more high ideals.
Let's get into it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. How are you? How are you feeling? I hope everyone is good. And if not, remember, it does not rain forever. What's on the other side of what you're growing through, yes, what you're going through, is better. Trust it. I also want to take a moment to say Salbona to our South African viewers. I just returned from Cape Town. Y'all, it was my first time in the motherland, and whew, the beauty, the people, the food, the chicken. It was seasoned so well. It could be dry and it's still good. That says a lot. Also, the music. I had a beautiful time. I love your country. Next time, I'm gonna go to Joburg, Durban. I wanna see it all. All right, moving on. Let's get into arguably the most interesting couple on the other way right now. Debbie and Oussama.
Before I met Debbie, I didn't look for any girlfriends, just, wanted to be alone. Just sit and pray to God sometimes. If there is someone who can understand me or someone who can love me truly as I am. And so Debbie comes to my way.
After seeing the mysterious photos and Debbie's interpretation of Oussama in her artwork, we now see him moving and breathing in the flesh.
I know that Debbie is very older than me, but I believe that Jesus is a number and the soul never grow. And if there is a feeling or something between two persons, it's between the souls, it's not the bodies.
That's deep. Oussama literally feels like he hopped out of one of Debbie's paintings onto the screen. He has such a distinct character.
I describe myself as a loner.
He talks to cats and he loves silence.
Cats, they are silence and they can talk in silence and they can feel you in the right way, not like people.
I'm cute, you have a cat in your bathroom.
Yeah. You could. I like to work in the farm because, we just you and animals and your father and silence too.
Oussama, yes, he is a quiet man, but sometimes, with me just being a motor mouth, sometimes he kind of looks fascinated and it gets his mind going in another direction. He keeps everything locked up inside, and he gave me the key. He said, Miss Debbie got the key to Oussama's heart.
Oussama also looks at pigeons as if they are God's gift to this planet. He feels like someone out of a movie or a book, right? He's interesting because a part of him seems very pure.
This cow is like dying last month. She get saved, God save her.
But then he has this other side that sounds very dark.
All my art and all my works is about sadness, melancholy, misery, and all the things can hurt humans. I know that there is a madness inside of me, that I show it in my poetry and in my painting.
Ooh, Let Debbie's son Julian hear that.
He has often mentioned that he has some kind of madness, and then he even tells me, Debbie, you have holy madness. And it's like, it became kind of a catchphrase.
Lord forbid, but he might have to put those police officer skills to the ultimate test and go rescue his mom for real. I can see it now. Taken. A son's quest to rescue his elderly mother from a mad 24-year-old man.
Well, how old is he?
He's 24 years old.
12.
Now look, to be transparent, I'm trying to be mindful about how I talk about Oussama, because I don't like for people who already feel misunderstood to feel even more misunderstood. Everybody has their interest, and I don't know what he's gone through. I just hope he's the type that sticks to expressing his madness through the arts and not through hurting people. Just saying. You gotta listen to people when they talk and not take things like what he said lightly. Speaking of that, Oussama says that he's not trying to marry Debbie immediately, although she thinks that's what's happening.
But before me and Debbie get married, I need some time to know each other more in reality.
I wonder if he's gonna be living in this apartment that Debbie's getting as they get to know each other more.
Once Oussama and I get our apartment, I'm having Julian send over the rest of my stuff.
If you are unaware, Oussama, who describes himself as a writer, painter, poet, lives at home and doesn't have a job. His reason?
How the work can kill the creations.
Wow, he is really living by that. Hopefully his creations can make some money and he doesn't always have to rely on Debbie and her pocketbook. Debbie has a pocketbook, not a purse.
I feel when you love and care about a person, you want them to have good things in their life. So yeah, I've sent him money for groceries. I sent him money to veterinary money for his cat. It's like compassionate things.
Another fact about Oussama is that he's also Muslim, which makes me wonder, is he going to try to get Debbie to convert? Could you imagine?
I'm writing a poem about Debbie. Well, Debbie, you are our relation, a full moon, a tree, and a rose. The sun gets jealous when you walk beside me, but only your face could shine and give my house a vitamins of love.
Well, now that we've met the man who has 67-year-old Debbie moving across the world, let's get into her goodbye to her kids.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I think my mom is making a horrible decision, and she's not thinking like a normal person.
As her son Julian, who has been against this move from the beginning, is driving her to the airport, Debbie calls her daughter Sandy, who tries to talk her into staying.
So, are you never coming back? Is that it?
Sandy, naturally I'm gonna come back and visit, and I'd like for you to come to Morocco and visit too.
It's hard because we really care about you, and we don't think you're making a good decision at all, but it's like you're gonna make very strong-willed, so you're just gonna do what you wanna do.
Well,
even though we don't want you to, even though we're advising otherwise.
Well, I love you and I appreciate your care and concern, but I think that you kids should have a little more faith in me.
Debbie goes on to reassure Sandy and Julian that although she's leaving, they are her everything.
I love you, Sandy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Have a safe flight. Bye.
See, Sandy's civil and nice.
Oh, you know damn well she's not civil and nice.
The way Debbie and her son speak to each other would sound disrespectful coming out of anyone else's mouth, but coming from them, it's actually endearing.
You sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am
There's nothing
determined.
I can do to say or make you change your mind.
That's my new nickname. Determined Debbie.
Determined Debbie. They clearly have a strong bond, which understandably has Julian afraid to death to lose his mom. Listen to him beg her to stay at the airport.
I'm scared. I'm scared you're gonna get hurt. I'm scared something bad may happen.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. I want you to be happy for me.
I mean, in a different situation, I'd be super ecstatic for you. But it just, to me, doesn't add up right. He's young, Mom. Mom's like my best friend, you know? I mean, mom is kind of like she's the crazy glue of the family. And I know when I have issues or if I need to blow off steam, I can just go to mom's house, you know? Or if I just need a break from everything, stay at mom's house, you know? And now that's not gonna happen, you know? Somebody stole our mom from us.
Here's what Debbie had to say about Julian's heartbreaking plea.
My son and my daughter, and they have loved me so much. They have been my best friends and my kids. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. My relationship with my children, and they turned out fine, even though it's like I didn't have a lot of good skills, but love covers everything. Love and positive reinforcement and encouragement. And yeah, you know, part of me is always gonna beat myself up. It's like, hey, Debbie, why'd you leave your kids behind? They love you so much.
You got your medicines?
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
see, we'll worry about you all the time.
I'll be extra safe. I will, I promise. You know, that's
What is this like the last time we
It's
see
gonna be
you or something?
okay. It's gonna
What
be
if it's
okay.
like something bad happens to you over there?
Nothing bad's gonna
You never know,
happen.
you can fall down and get hurt. I really don't want you to go. Is there anything I can do or pay you money to stay?
No,
Nothing I can do.
my mind is made up.
After Julian accepted that his mom is leaving, he gave her a kiss, admitted that he's not good at goodbyes, and walked off without looking back. That's how you know he was hurt. Whew. Now, we wait to see Debbie and Oussama together. That should be a treat.
With me and Debbie, it's like we are like a team. And now I need my ass to complete the team.
He looks handsome.
All right, one quick update before I go so you can stay in the loop. After stressing about Yohan's butcher shop that isn't making money, having a baby at 42, and looking for apartments, Danielle is now concerned about whether she can even trust Yohan.
¿Tú tienes hijos?
No.
It all started when Danielle's friend Sophie asked Yohan if he has any other children, and he said he doesn't. But then he shared this about his past relationships.
Mi pareja queda embarazada y no se han dado.
So he's saying that women have gotten pregnant, but they haven't been able to
Algunas la han
sustain a
botado
baby.
a propósito.
And that some have aborted the babies on purpose.
Is it just me, or is it concerning that he's just out here getting women pregnant like that?
Wow, that's the first time I'm hearing that.
Danielle, who has dealt with untrustworthy men in the past, was shocked by this conversation and said that Yohan told her that his partners have lost children, but never that one got an abortion.
He had told me that she lost the baby and had a miscarriage. Like, why would you lie about something like that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Like, why'd you not say that before?
I'm not upset about the abortion. I'm upset that Yohan hasn't been honest with me, and my full faith in this relationship is about my faith in him and his honesty. And if I lose that, then what do we have?
The episode ends with Danielle calling Yohan toxic.
You're a toxic human.
¿Eh?
You are a toxic human.
Soy tóxico.
Sí.
And she gets even more upset after she sees that her husband doesn't even try to console her or make things better. All he keeps saying is the past is the past.
I really want a child, and I really wanted it with him because of who I believed he was. And it's like, if that's not actually who he is, then what am I fighting for?
Whew, they can be a lot to watch. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.